Welcome to the Athens Area Humane Society's Zeus House, and thank you very much for your interest in volunteering with our organization. My name is Lindsay Porter. I'm the shelter manager here at the Zeus House. As a shelter volunteer, you will be helping us to maintain the shelter by some cleaning, dishes, laundry, helping us to socialize the kitties that are housed here at our shelter, like Moko here, and helping with pet adoption promotions. On the days that you volunteer at the Zeus House, we want to make things as easy as possible for you. There are several tasks that we would like to have done every day. And to make it convenient, we provide a checklist for daily and weekly chores. The checklist is located on the side of this cabinet.
When brushing a cat, make sure to ask the adoption counselor who needs brushed for that day. And also ask before getting any cats out of cages, as some are harder to handle than others. When brushing a cat, you may bring treats. Make sure to just get one treat out of the bag and put it down on the towel in front of them or in front of them in the cage. You can entice the cats with the treats and they're more apt to stay still for you. When brushing the cat, make sure to brush with the fur, never against, and kind of go with the cat. You see how Yuki's walking around? Don't let them get off the towel or on the floor, but try to make them as comfortable as possible while brushing them. See how I'm going against the fur? Now watch for body language as well. Too much twitching of the tail or purring, a little growling can sometimes mean that the cat has had enough brushing. Sometimes the purring is a really good thing and they really enjoy the brushing. Yuki's doing a really great job. She's very curious. She's out of her cage, but she's doing a nice job getting brushed. So this is how most of your brushing experiences should go. Now that we've finished brushing, what you need to do is sanitize the brush. Just like you have to sanitize your hands between each cat, you have to sanitize the brush in between brushing each cat. Just pull the fur out of it like you would in regular hair. Pull as much as you can get, and then you take it to the sink, and you just have to give it a good wash with hot water and soap. There are gloves located here and sponges as well. Once the brush is good and clean, bring it over to the table. Dip it in the trifectant, which is the chemical that we also use to sanitize dishes with. Just one dip is fine. Set it down, let it sit for 5 to 8 minutes, and then rinse it with the hot water again, and it'll be ready for the next cat. When cleaning a cat's ears, you want to get the cat out of the cage, bring it back to the counter with another fresh towel, and get the ear cleaning solution, which is located where the brushes are. Put a little bit on the cotton ball. Always keep your eye on the cat. That's the most important thing because we don't want them on the floor. You kind of have to go on their terms when doing grooming. And just put some solution on the cotton ball. Pull the cat's ear out just a little bit so you can get to it. Come here, bud. You can always pet and massage as you go to ease the cat. Treats are always available for ear cleaning as well. But I'm just going to clean inside, right inside the base of its ear. And kind of right in the back, it'll loosen up any debris that's in there, that in case we need to use a Q-tip. But for most cats, you should just need to use the cotton ball. And as you see, it's pretty easy. You can do both ears. You You don't have to restrain the cat, but be careful because you are in their ears. And same with brushing, always ask an adoption counselor who needs their ears clean, and ask them before getting the cat out of the cage, just in case they're a hard cat to handle. Trimming a cat's nails can be a two-person job. The volunteers will generally help hold the cats, while adoption counselors will trim the nails. When trimming the nail, you want to press down on the paw. The nail will come out. You want to make sure not to cut the quick. That'll be the pink part, almost triangle shape on the inside of the nail. What you do want to cut is the clear or white end at the end of the nail. Very easy. It shouldn't hurt the cat. They may be a little uncomfortable, which is why it's good to have two people, and volunteers are always great at helping with this. Once you're finished trimming the nails, you can always give the cat a treat so that he'll like you again next time.
Laundry is a very important task here at the Humane Society. We produce a lot of laundry every day, and it takes a lot of people to keep up with it. This is the laundry room at the Zeus House. You will find very simple procedures here. Our washer and dryer. Everything we do is washed together. Anything that is on the floor or in the laundry baskets that are on the floor is dirty. Every single load of laundry gets a scoop of detergent and a cup of bleach. We don't separate anything out. We do want to make sure that all the clean laundry stays clean, so if it ever touches the floor, it's considered dirty again. Always make sure your hands are sanitized prior to cleaning. We do have hand sanitizer and gloves available for volunteers who are doing laundry with us. Anything that is in the basket that's on top of the dryer or on the table that's to the right here is considered clean and just needs to be put away. The shelves here are organized. It might not seem like it, but they are organized. And when you come here to volunteer, we will show you exactly where to put everything. This is the main dishwashing area of the Zeus House. We go through a lot of dishes here, and this is where they're sanitized. The sanitizing process is a multiple step process, first being a soapy water wash in a clean sink. Once the soap is rinsed off of the dishes, it is dumped into this yellow liquid, which is called trifectant. Trifectant is what we use to sterilize everything in the shelter. After that is dumped in there, this trifectant stays on for 5 to 10 minutes. No less than 5 minutes, no more than 10 minutes. And then after that, they are rinsed with clean water and can either be set out on a towel to dry or hand dry, like our animal tech is doing right now.
A few important things to remember when volunteering at the adoption center. First of all, the hand sanitizer is the most important thing. You want to make sure to always be diligent about hand sanitizer, using it before, when you first walk in the door, before touching any animals, in between touching the animals, but also touching any dirty surfaces. Like if you're trying to get on the floor, touching the floor is dirty, so you want to re-sanitize before touching an animal. Any cage tops or other dirty surfaces, also sanitize in between. And try and help us keep an eye on the visitors so that we can make sure that they're using the hand sanitizer as diligent as our volunteers and staff. Also, when you come in to volunteer, grab a volunteer name tag so everyone knows who you are and you feel more comfortable speaking to the visitors. What you should wear is probably something that you don't mind getting dirty, just in case you get fur or anything else on it. Closed-toed shoes are a necessity. Also, cell phones are not very professional, so you want to make sure to keep your cell phone used to a minimum. If you need to make a call or send a text or something like that, just step outside. We want the main focus to be on the animals. Also, try to keep your eating and drinking to a minimum. Definitely, you can have drinks in here, but maybe try to eat before or after you come so that you can spend most of your time with the animals. You also want to make sure to keep the adoption center door closed at all times, just in case any animals escape onto the floor. While they're not allowed on the floor, occasionally they do get antsy and jump out of their cages. Keeping them in their cages is very important for keeping them healthy and keeping them disease-free. When visiting with an animal, you want to make sure that you have an eye on the animal the whole time. When you open the cage, no matter what the animal's doing. Now, there's not an animal in this cage, but if there were, you would want to put your body in front of the cage so that it has less of a chance to jump out, and just keep a really good eye on it no matter what you're doing. If you do want to hold an animal, just ask an adoption counselor. We generally try to keep them in cages to prevent them from jumping on any of the dirty surfaces, but just ask an adoption counselor and I'm sure they'll be more than willing to help you. Just remember also to not give any medical advice to any visitors. Adoption center staff and volunteers are not allowed to, as we are not veterinarians. Also try to keep any personal feelings about the cats to a minimum, especially when dealing with potential adopters. While you may be in love with a certain cat, our main goal is to get it a forever home, and that should be your main goal as well while here, taking good care of them and helping them find good, loving homes. We also want to make sure that the animals stay healthy at all times. We do daily medical checks, but while you're volunteering and grooming and that sort of thing, just keep an eye on the cats, and if you notice anything out of the ordinary, like sneezing or anything of that nature, then just let an adoption counselor know. We want to make sure the cats stay as healthy as possible. Also, just remember, while there are people in here, don't say anything negative about the cats, the organization, any of the visitors, or the staff. Try not to say anything negative at all. We want this to be a very positive experience for both you, visitors, and the animals.
Thank you very much for your interest in volunteering with us here at the Zeus House. We look forward to seeing you soon.